What up, everybody? It's Papastones coming back with another video. You know what time it is. It's Market Watch Wednesday. On a budget, though. Cell phone action back at it again. We're working with what we got. First up, we got Spark Rebellion boxes at 85. Jump to Lightspeed Carbonites for 254. Twilight for 46. Big shocker there. Carbonite pre-sales, The Legend of the Force at 300. Jump to Lightspeed regular boxes at either 53 or 62. It's kind of crazy because it's not a bad set, but 90 for pre-sale boxes. Moving on, though, on the cards. Shadows apparently don't make the top cut again, even though Shadows rares are baller. But we got Darth Vader at 35-ish. It's pretty decent, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I've seen the new Vader, and I'm thinking blue-green villain with double Vader could be sweet. Just an idea. Luke's at 42, 43-ish. No big surprise there. Hero's still doing its thing now. Poe Dameron at 36. It's not too crazy. Sabine's still a top dog. Same with Falcons. Although Quinlan did kind of drop off a bit. But Hero, I think, is actually looking pretty sharp so far. So Falcon stays high up for me. Home one making it to 1850. That's kind of surprising, but there is a lot of Data Vault decks. A lot of them are Hero, so I guess it makes sense. It's a good card, but didn't see it booming up. Crate Dragons 17, 19-ish. It's not too absurd. Crate Dragon's still great, right? Vigilance 25. Devastator at 20. Yeah, I mean, green villain makes sense. Piet's still around, even though it hasn't really performed, but maybe it gets better. Who knows? There we go. We got Shadows at 75. They went up a little bit. Still a good box with all the good rares, right? What else we got? Cad Bane at 15. I think Cad Bane's getting worse every reveal I've seen, just because everything has so much health. So it is kind of debatable if Cad Bane will perform, but it's still a good card. It's hard to say, though. Avenger, I think, still is the dominant blue-black top end, so there is that. Next page here, what do we got? A bunch of showcases. Kylo's tie at 20. There's just not a lot going on in red villainy that needs it. I'm going to say it again, like I said it last set, but I was wrong. I think this set will get spaceships that are that stat line in generically, right? So I wouldn't say you have to hold on to your TIE silencers unless you're playing like a discardy style deck. But yeah, that's just me. Hotshot Blasters will remain fantastic and will remain played in almost every deck that can play it. So there's that. Red Darth Vader. Still think this card's not great, but it is a Force user. We're getting a Force set, so something to keep in mind. Darksabers, negligible, I think. Super Laser at 13 to 15. It went up back from its 10. It was way back. It's good, so I mean, granted, best removal we can get. So might be something you need if you're planning on playing. Now there are two of them. It's only $10, and I think with all the Force and trait-specific synergies we're getting, it could find its way back around, but it could also be a dead card, so it's kind of hard to say. Luke's new Luke rare at 13. It's a good card, not 13 good though. Like, I don't think it should compare to this Han, because like the Han's good and it's a legendary, the other one's just a rare, right? But that's just me. Cunning, all double aspects worth grabbing. Never changes, I think, right? Unless once they rotate out, then maybe, but maybe they'll get reprinted, right? I think someone said they were talking about it, so there is that. No Glory Only Results has gone above and beyond expectation from what I've seen. It's a $10 rare still, right? The problem is, on paper, it looks just like most of the time it's better Vanquish, but the ability to deal with things that can't be affected by spells is cool. Being able to get there when defeated is cool. Like, The card's just really solid, so who knows. Victor Leader, on the other hand, I remember saying this one was good, but Vader wasn't really doing anything. And then now we have Vader starting to pop up a bit more here and there, right? Like, it's got some tops at PQs. It's got almost topped at this most recent regional. It's just good. A +1/+1 for all your spaceships is crazy. Planetary Bomb, though, pretty much only P at red or burn in the sideboard of red. So, a little more debatable. Moving on here, we go to the next page. We got Masterpiece at 8. This is a Han green blowout in Sabine. Other than that, sometimes this feels lackluster. I don't know if it's an 8er. Overwhelming Barrage made it to $3 as an uncommon, so that's kind of cool. Great card. Boba Fett, sadly, it might be past its prime. Maybe not. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's just like we're seeing a lot of stats coming out that are really high next set. So will Boba be that good? It is debatable, but I don't know. We'll see. Excuse me. Got Maul at 550. Oh, I did not mean to click that. Got Maul at 550 though, wherever it was. I'm all at 550. It's good card. Good card. Moving on. U-Wing, still die on this hill as tradition. $3.75 or $5, depending how you look at it. I told you guys U-Wing was good. I mean, I don't know why you would ever doubt me. That's all I'm going to say, though. Snoke, 15, 16, that's cool. Snoke isn't going to be as great, I don't think, which is sad. Because Snoke, I mean, it's still good to give -2 attack, but it won't do as much clearing as it used to, I don't think. Double aspect stuff. Bunch of hyperspace. Jedi lightsaber. Still kind of steep for what it is, but with the Force set coming up, it is probably the best lightsaber. So, if you're planning on playing any sort of Force deck, it's worth grabbing, if you ask me. Same with Fallen lightsaber. Same concept, right? Villainy Force deck would definitely be on Fallen lightsabers if you were planning on playing upgrades. So, what else do we have? Stolen AT Hauler. Didn't do as much as I was imagining it would. It's still a crazy good stat line, but we'll see. I don't think it ever gets any better / worse unless Kazuda gets better. So, I think it'll probably hover around that for a while. Tech's fantastic as tradition. Sideboard, mainboard, whatever it may be. Han, it's just a good card. Definitely worth owning. K2, also another really good generic red card. So, Devastators are kind of in the dumps, though. Like I said, that doesn't surprise me too much, though, because there is the Showdown version, and it was pretty much just abused in Django back then, and now it is a lot less relevant. So, something worth keeping in mind. A bunch of hypers and whatever's General's Blade. I also like General's Blade, to be honest. It was one of the rares I was saying to look out for because Twilight didn't have much going for it, but General's Blade is a good card. And the fact that you'll be looking into Force / Jedi style decks next set, General's Blade could see some action. Darth Maul has Force Energy, $3 if it's that cheap, or $5, still not crazy. Maybe it's worth the pickup, who knows for sure. Ahsoka, same concept. I remember one of the more recent things I had done was talking about like my top 10 of all time or top 15, I don't remember. And Ahsoka was on there as a brand new card because it's so good. So definitely need your Ahsokas if you don't have them, I would think. Ayala at 3 or 4 is a pretty decent time to pick up a Force user that's cheap and that could maybe be good. However, I don't know for sure if this would make a cut because it does nothing without ECL, so it's a little more debatable. Bazine, still going to be good, right? $3 isn't too insane. Turbo Laser is Piet specific. Piet doesn't really do much if you ask me, so meh. Force Lightning at 3 to 4 still could be a huge pickup with all the Force stuff. It could also be a dud just because there could be better cards you could be playing, but it's not a bad one. What else do we have here? We got Red 3, which is okay. Maybe it starts getting phased out because the stats are too bad. Who knows? Kiati, Force User, generic, just blue. So definitely not a horrible one in this current situation, I would think. We're going to keep going. Got Sparks at $3. That's pretty decent. Hyper Data Vault for $21. Wow. Or $27 if you go market price. Yeah, Data Vault's everywhere, right? Do we got... it's a lot of showcases and cooler versions of already discussed cards, so that's kind of wild. You can get the foil Victor Leader with the listing for $228. Unity of Purpose for the meme deck. We talked about it last week, I remember. Still too memey for me, but if you want to, you got it. Grievous gets phased out for sure. It already wasn't doing anything, and it was basically just hyped up for the stats, right? And considering we're getting all stat sticks next set, the Grievous probably turns into nothingness, so that's kind of sad. Hey, look, there's the Devastators we were talking about, top 8 for $8. Iden Versio is actually a pretty decent rare. It's definitely good in Gar, and it's kind of standalone okay, to be honest, but we'll see. I think if Gar gets some action, Iden still stays for sure. Ghost is bad, right? Spectre bad. Champion Devastator for 45 is kind of cool, to be honest. Serialized Mace Windu for $4. That's not too absurd. We're kind of in no man's land as tradition. Traitorous maybe gets better. It's popped up a bit because of the pilot concept, but it's still kind of just in and out of the meta. Sneak Attack with Django gone isn't that great, to be honest, if you ask me, but it's just my opinion. What else? Anything of note? Change of Heart is okay. It's always going to be okay. Could steal you a game here and there, but Change of Heart never gets more expensive, so there is that. We'll go one more. Why not? And we're going to 9 today. I'm feeling it. If we can find something to talk about. Kira's still good. $2. These Judge promos look sick. I can't lie, but way out of my budget. Yeah, Annihilator. That's okay, right? I've seen it happen a couple times. Definitely happens more often in Piet, but Hard Control can definitely also get to Annihilator. And $3 isn't too outlandish for that. $2 for Cassian the Uncommon is kind of wild, but it is relatively played, so I get it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We're gonna show off the boy. See where we're at. Ooh, $1.14, still chilling. Set 6, the last set for this cycle, will bring Tarful meta, baby. But that's all I got this time. Thank you guys for watching and bearing with me while I don't have my computer, as tradition. Like, I'm hoping the people basically said it'll probably be like early December if we're lucky, so we'll see. But I'll keep doing my best. Make sure to drop a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. Comment down below. Let me know what you're buying, what you're selling, whatever it may be. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.